Hey loves, it's your relationship coach Jay Nell, and welcome to another episode of Response and React. Alicia Keys' alleged divorce sparks karma talk. Black women aren't sympathizing. So, because let's be real, Swiss and Alicia have been married for about 14 years, but the streets never forgot how she did Mashonda, and him too. He's not blameless. And now the internet is collecting receipts. Sound off in the comments, hit that like and subscribe button, and if you're ready for the real tea, deeper conversations, and interactive activities to help you date like a high value woman, come join my exclusive community on Coffee.
It's been over a decade, and some of us still feel some kind of way about Alicia Keys. And I'm going to tell you why I believe that is. I feel like if a man truly loves you, he will never make a mistress out of you. He will never even allow someone to think that you are a mistress or to think that they stepped in and took you away from your wife, your girlfriend, or whatever. When Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys got together, he was still married to his first wife, Mashonda. And whether or not they were already going through the motions of divorce, whether or not somebody had already filed, whether or not they were separated for any amount of time, we know for a fact that man was still legally married and still hugging and kissing up on you. And I feel like if a man truly cares about you, he's going to make sure that you're not put out there like that. Because notice, people don't have any smoke for the men. Nobody has canceled or talks bad about Swiss Beats. They always go after the girls. And I feel like if that man is trying to protect you the way that he should, he won't even have rumors like that be put out about you without him clearing it up. They make you the villain while they still come out like, I don't know, I'm just a man.
So allegedly, Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys are getting a divorce because he has allegedly another baby on the way. And you know what's crazy? All these years, I've always thought that she got away with it. And if you ask me what did she get away with, they always say you lose them how you got them. I thought she got away with it. I thought she really got away with taking that woman's husband, because when Swiss Beats got with Alicia Keys, he was married in a whole relationship with a whole nother woman. And she basically said, I don't care. This is my man. And now they had 10 years together. And I thought she got away with it. And you know what's crazy? I used to be such a huge Alicia Keys fan. Used to love her down. But after I found out she took away that woman's husband, it's like her music is still amazing. Of course, she's a legend. But as a person, I just can't see her the same way. I will never, ever be with a married man. I don't care I don't care what the circumstances are. If you're in a relationship, if you're with somebody, if you just had a baby, if you're in a marriage, if you live in a house with a woman, I don't care what your reasons are. I will never pay you any mind. And the fact that she really got with that woman's husband, they took an oath under God. And Alicia Keys just said, I don't care. She snatched him up and she been with him for 10 years. I thought she got away with it. But that just goes to show you that karma don't miss nobody. And eventually, it will catch up to you. And screw it. It took her 10 years, but it still came. And that's the point of it. Karma is going to come around. If this is really true, I don't feel bad for her. I don't. Because you took that woman's husband away. Yep, I said it. I don't care. And I love me some Alicia Keys. But morals are morals at the end of the day. And Swiss Beats was married with another woman, and she just literally did not care. She wasn't having that relationship. She snatched that man away. She had 10 years with him, and now allegedly he has a baby with somebody else. If he did, I don't feel bad for her. You lose them how you get them. So ladies, we're learning this, right? Look at Leangelo Ball, Nikki Baby, and that other girl, Rashida Nicole. If you ever take a man from another woman, best believe that another woman is going to take that man away from you. Case closed.
Alicia Keys is filing for divorce from Swiss Beats because of outside baby allegation. Swiss Beats the monster. Wow. I wouldn't have believed it. I thought they just celebrated their 15 years anniversary. And apparently it was not just a happy occasion. Alicia Keys is planning to file for a divorce amid the allegation of Swiss Beats is fathering a child outside their marriage. His long-time side chick, And how did she find out? It was a rumor that this has been happening for a while. And he only found out because he had to give some court order or something to do a paternity. And when they did it, he's the father. And now she wants to file divorce. But when you go on their Instagram, they were celebrating their, their anniversary with lovely, messages saying that 15 years feels like 5. They are together, they're this, they're that. Swiss Base the monster. Well, I wish you all the best, guys. But yeah.
Y'all, you want to be messy real quick? So have you heard that Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats are getting a divorce because the cheater cheated? The cheater cheated! Oh, you know what? We should not be happy for people's downfalls, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna sit here and act like I didn't get a little like, ooh, I'm definitely gonna be following this story because you took him from Mashonda. And now in 2025, he messing with some other girl and he might have got her pregnant. And then guess who he might be messing with as well? Lala Anthony. The nerve. And then you got the nerve to be upset. Why? What goes around? Y'all, you want to be messy, bro?
Okay, Royals, we're going to have to talk about this one. Alicia Keys, Swiss Beats, divorce, baby rumors outside of marriage. Yes, this deserves a discussion. So I'm just going to get right straight into it. So basically, it is a myth that Alicia Keys have actually filed for divorce from Swiss Beats due to an alleged affair going on. Yes, and apparently this alleged affair also resulted in an baby, a pregnancy, not necessarily a baby, but a pregnancy has actually came about. And right now, people are in mixed feelings about it, especially for Alicia Keys. Now, of course, some of you is like, mixed feelings? What do you mean? Well, what do you mean and what do I mean? I mean the fact of is that how you get them is probably how you lose him, is what I mean. You see, before Alicia Keys was with Swiss Beats and Swiss Beats was with Alicia Keys, Swiss Beats was with a singer by the name of Mashonda, who also is in the New York area, if you get what I mean. Well, Mashonda and Swiss Beats were together in a relationship. The relationship turned into a marriage, and the marriage also turned into the birth of their son. Well, in the course of that occurrence, some kind of way, Swiss Beats had to do a project with Alicia Keys. And next thing you know, dating rooms has swallowed. And next thing you know, divorce rumors was coming about because Swiss Beats was being seen out with Alicia Keys. Long story short, Mashonda let it be known that yes, Alicia Keys was dating her man while he was her man. Swiss Beats tried to come in a little, but no, it was kind of like the timeline what it was. Shortly after, Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats ended up getting married after his divorce with Mashonda was finalized. And then Alicia Keys shortly after had themselves their first child together. I think that was Egypt. So, over the years, they appear to have a wonderful marriage. Of course, Alicia Keys and him welcome another child into their love affair. But here recently, it was brought to a lot of people's attention that it is actually drama going on in the Swiss Beats Keys household. So basically, Swiss Beats is apparently seeing another woman, and speculation is saying that this other woman is actually pregnant. Yes, pregnant with another child, which I can definitely see that being like an irreconcilable situation, if you know what I mean. Regardless, it brings it back to the mixed feelings that everyone have for Alicia Keys right now. Some of them feel like you got what you deserve. You knew that man was a married man, yet you continued to see him and court him while he was still a married man. You did not respect the marriage then that he had to another woman because you continued to see him and date him while he was still with this other woman. And being that now he just stepped out on you, people looking at it like, how you get them is how you keep them or lose them, or whichever the one. Regardless of, basically Alicia Keys is getting you get what you deserve on this tip. I personally feel as though everyone has a heart and no one deserves to have their heart broken by anyone remotely. However, she was apparently seeing Swiss Beats while he was married to another woman. So it's kind of like, if he was doing this with you while he was with another woman, why do you think you are going to be so special and he's not going to do this to you? Now, don't get me wrong. Alicia Keys is Alicia Keys. And Alicia Keys compared to Mashonda musically, well, not too many people know too much about Mashonda. I definitely did. And I used to like her song, especially the one Blackout. Y'all go check that one out. That was a hot song. But Alicia Keys is Alicia Keys. So, yeah. You probably would think it wouldn't happen. And little did you know, look what's going on. Basically, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter your accolades or successes. It doesn't matter your beauty. It doesn't matter your personality. It doesn't really even matter how good of a woman you are. Because, to some, loose-minded ends, there's so many women that's out here and available to them. So they feel as though that, they can have their pick and choice. I can see why she feels a little hurt, because she probably looked at it like, man, I should have messed around too. Why did I waste my time with this dude when I could have had myself someone else? And she could have. But him, allowed to get to this extent to humiliate and embarrass her with. Which, like I said, don't nobody deserve to be hurt. So let's see how this is going to turn out. I've been doing some research, and basically they're saying that, there's no pregnancy, there's no divorce, and there's none of these allegations going on. But too many reports of other factors are stating yes. So we will see. And then next, I definitely want you to tune into my next one that I'm going to talk about. Yes, about how this woman basically found out about her man and the things that he basically was like doing behind her back. And like weird stuff, like pretending to be people, of course, and sending messages. That's one weirdo stuff. Attacking, also messing around with her friend. Yeah, a lot of stuff. And also to pretty much doing abuse. So yeah, I'm gonna get into that one too, because that one definitely needs to be discussed. But yes, let's just hope and pray. Bye.
So they say Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats is getting a divorce. Wow. They've been together for a little minute. They built a nice little family together. It is unfortunate to see. She said that, he got another woman pregnant. I'm pretty sure she was cheating with him when he was married to the other girl as well. Some people saying how you get them is how you lose them. And this kind of reigns true for that situation. It's sad, because anytime you create a broken home in a black family structure, it's not good, especially when, they wealthy like that. But, she got her standards. I don't think she should have left them, because I think, Alicia Keys is older now. She has children. I think finding a mate and being in a successful relationship is going to be much more tougher for her now than it would have been back then, compared to this type of situation it's going to be, obviously, for Swiss Beats. It's got different little nuances to it. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, and we'll go from there, man. Make sure y'all follow me for more.
Don't you get mad at me, cause your fraud and chose up glad to see.
Y'all, come on up
In here, come on up. In here, come on up. In here. Y'all, so this next topic that I'm going to talk about, I'm going to emphasize alleged. Huge alleged, because I have looked into this situation and I have not found anything that's official. But the word on the curb, y'all, is that Alicia Keys is filing for divorce from the Swiss Beats, citing the outside baby. Yo, so I will say officially, I have not seen anything. I did see a post from Media Takeout that said this is all alleged information. There's no real documentation that's saying that. And Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats just celebrated their 15th anniversary. That was the information that I got from Media Takeout. I haven't seen anything posted on TMZ for it. I haven't. So in any of the other sources, I haven't seen anything posted for it. However, Mrs. Jones. Now, for those that don't know who Miss Jones is the first syndicated morning radio show talk show host, right? Radio host. Miss Jones is out of Queens, Astoria, Queens. And she came out with her first album. She's a very talented singer. She went to LaGuardia Performing Arts, I think. But anyway, she used to live in a bus stop building in Astoria, and she used to work for Hot 97. And her info 99.9, because she know a lot of people, be correct. And Miss Jones said that she was contacted by a reliable source from Swiss Beats camp. And that source was saying how Swiss Beats was messing with Lala Anthony. Not Lala, that was the same Lala that was going through the drama with Carmelo about him swinging his little thing around. So apparently, Lala and Swiss Beats was messing with each other for a long time. They were supposed, according to Miss Jones, citing the source that contacted her from Swiss Beats camp. But he kind of just like told her like she had to pump her brakes on certain things because he wasn't leaving his wife. Now, apparently Lala was head over heels, and every time he would post in the morning, she's posting under him and, you know, trying to make things like super duper obvious. So he had to kind of pump his brakes on that, right? That's according to Miss Jones. Now, this outside baby stuff, I don't know. But this is what I'm going to say to Alicia. Girl, you thought you got away with it, didn't you? She thought she got away with it. She thought she got away with it. They thought they was going to cover it up. They thought they was going to, like, girl, if you are from the generation that I'm from, when you was all into Alicia, I keep on falling. You know the deal when it came to Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats. And I'm going to put y'all on, right? So Swiss Beats was married to Mashonda. And y'all may know that. Some of y'all may know this. But Swiss Beats was married to Mashonda. Swiss Beats, Mashonda had just had Swiss Beats' oldest son. And they was like married. You understand what I'm saying? Like most married couples, they was going through some issues or whatever. They was trying to figure it out. And within that time, allegedly, Alicia Keys done, you know, she had came into the crib supposedly working on music, but instead of her working on music, she was working on Swiss Beats, causing a dissolution of Mashonda and Swiss Beats' marriage. Now, I say this all the time when I'm posting about Clarissa Shields and the Remy and Pap situation. God is never going to bless you with somebody else's husband, honey. How you get them is exactly how you lose them. So if all of this is true in reference to Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats and this divorce allegations and so forth, girl, don't nobody feel sorry for you. I don't care how many kids y'all got. I don't care how many years y'all been married. Like, don't nobody care. I don't care, because what you think he was gonna do? He cheated on his ex-wife with you when she was still his wife. What you think, he ain't gonna cheat on you with somebody? Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. It don't work like that. That's not how God moves. You ain't gonna never be blessed with somebody else's husband. And the karma comes back around. It don't matter how many years it's been. It don't matter how many years you thought you was happily in anything. It comes back around. Now, I don't know. Maybe they cool about it, because I was watching an interview, like, as I was going through all this stuff, and I was watching an interview between them, and they were talking about how they've been married 15 years and they don't argue. I call cap. I call cap. I call cap. First of all, y'all both from New York. Everybody argues in New York. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody argues from New York. Alicia's from Harlem. Swiss is from the Bronx. Yeah, there's no way. Y'all not arguing. There's no way. But I will also say this, right? When it comes to the relationship situation, girl, God ain't gonna bless you with somebody else's husband. And the same thing that you did to Mashonda, it appears, allegedly, that somebody's doing to you. So, yeah. And apparently, I don't think this would be the first baby that he has had on her. Yeah, I don't think this would be the first baby that he has had on her, because he got another kid that lives overseas, and yeah, he got 3 kids outside of Alicia. Now, where those age, because him and Alicia, where they fall in line, I don't really know. But Swiss Beats got 5 kids. Alicia only got 2. So anyway, I'm just saying, this stuff is getting shaky. Y'all hit that like, share, follow, and y'all hit me in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this situation. This is messy boots. This is messy boots for real. Do y'all think Alicia's getting her karma? Do y'all think Alicia's getting her karma for what she did to Mashonda? Do y'all think it's all cap? What y'all think? Y'all hit me down in the comments and let me know. I'm just saying.
Did anybody else see the Instagram post about Swiss Beats supposedly cheating on Alicia Keys with Lala Anthony? Said that she was so invested in him once they started hooking up, that she was commenting on his posts like back to back, making it obvious that they was fucking with each other. And I guess he had to tell her to stop. I don't know who told her to stop or what. I don't know. But it's said to be rumored, allegedly, that Swiss Beats is cheating on Alicia Keys, or was at one point, with Lala Anthony. Now, they say you're losing how you got them. And what's Swiss Beats' ex-wife name? Mashonda? Ain't that her name? Ain't that what Alicia did to her? So I'm just really confused as to where the problem lies. Lala was already divorced. She's a fully single woman. If he was cheating with her, that's on Alicia, right? Your man stepped out on you, right? Just want to...
Let's jump into my favorite part of all of the content I post on YouTube. And that's just my thoughts, where I get to kind of express what I feel about whatever we have read or gone over. So let's get into it. Let's get into this. So the alleged rumor is that Alicia Keys filed for divorce from her husband, Swiss Beats. If you listen to hip hop, if you enjoy, that genre of music, you are familiar with both of these personalities, both of these celebrities. Alicia Keys came out in early 2000s with Fallen, and it was something that we had really never seen before. Her debut album, Songs in A Minor, really took over the R&B charts by storm because she was delivering something that really wasn't being done at the time. She is a very talented woman. I believe she is a musical savant. So I want to give her flowers before I start dissecting this. And I don't know this is true. Allegedly, her father is the not claimed child of her mother, and Nick Ashford of Ashford and Simpson. Now, Nick Ashford is still married to his wife, and we have been led to think, I think this is urban legend, I don't know, I'm not claiming any knowledge, this is a legend, that could be where she gets her musical talents from. So, kind of not so funny, more of a snarky joke has always been that this is where she learned this behavior from, because she really did. Her and Swiss Beats were working on an album. That's how they started their relationship. And he was still very much married to Mashonda. And I believe she moved into their house for a time to continue to do her album. And then her and Swiss started hooking up. Boom, she popped up. She was pregnant. Mashonda bills weren't being paid. She was postpartum. She had a small child, and our hearts were breaking. I could say a lot of Black women's hearts were breaking when they saw the way Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys were treating Mashonda. Yes, this is primarily Swiss Beats who did this because he was the one in a marital relationship under contract with Mashonda. But Alicia Keys just had no energy. She just didn't say anything. She was very cold. She was very stone-faced. So now, 14 years later, if Swiss Beats allegedly is having a child on her with another woman, to my understanding, ear to the street, it's another woman that had been his side piece when she was his side piece. She just went from side to main. She can't really be surprised, and I think that she does not expect sympathy from the demographic who listens to her music, Black women, because the North remembers. Okay, we didn't forget. Now, I don't know, there have been rumors for years about the way they, get down in their marriage, whatever. But the point is this: if this is true, it makes a lot of sense because, we've all heard the old adage, how you lose him is how you get him is going to be how you lose him. So if she was the other woman when he was married to somebody else, it makes total sense that there's another woman to her. And if this is true, I want her to reflect, and really now she's being forced to put herself in Mashonda's shoes when she did this to his first wife. And all of the feelings, all of the pain, except the difference is this time there's not going to be an outpouring of support from fans of her music and her genre. And also, I believe that her mainstream appeal was impacted by the way her and Swiss Beats got together, because she was, coming out. Her freshman album was great. Second album did okay. You know what I mean? But after that, after they got together, 2008, 2009, you felt a shift. And I really have not seen her have that same mainstream appeal to the demographic who she's trying to appeal to within the Black community since they got together. So she decided that was the route she wanted to take. She took that route. And if it's true that her and Swiss are getting a divorce because she filed, because he is indeed having an outside baby, people are kind of shrugging and saying, okay, what's next? But the lesson I really want everyone to see is you don't want to start something out grimy like that, because if this proves to be true, she's not getting the support that she would get if they had met in a different way. If he was single and she was single and they got together, got married, and then this situation occurred, there would be an outpouring of support for her in a tough time. But that's not the case. And honestly, that has to be really tough. I'm trying to emote, I'm trying to empathize. That has to be really tough to be going through this when you probably thought it would never happen to you. You thought you could just do it to somebody else. So she is having to deal with a lot of these emotions and things like that privately, because if she comes out publicly and tries to, show any emotion about it, if it's proven to be true, like crying on, social media, whatever, people are going to eat her alive. And I believe she's very aware of that. It also serves as a point that one thing I really hope that comes out of this, I don't know none of these celebrities, this is just my thoughts. I want her to understand what Mashonda felt, and I hope that she apologizes to Mashonda. They don't have to make it public. They don't have to, that's not our business. But if it took this type of reality, if it's true, to really come up on her, for her to understand and realize the level of pain and betrayal that she caused, for then to her then empathize for she did this to another woman, and there could be a request for forgiveness and a request, you know what I mean, from Mashonda. I think that would be beautiful. But I think for the everyday woman, the takeaway is don't mess with nobody's husband. Don't mess with nobody's husbands but your own. And your husband should not be married when you meet him. That's a bad comment. Like you are trying to build a foundation on another woman's pain. That is not going to bode well for you. And there are going to be consequences. And, from what I've seen in the blogs, if Swiss Beats has always been, he just continued to cheat. He never changed his behavior because he met her as the side piece. She's had to swallow a lot of guff for a lot of years now. I don't know the ins and outs. None of us do. These are celebrities. We ain't in their business. We don't live their lives. But the point is, this is a very relatable everyday situation that a lot of people go through, the betrayal of somebody cheating on you. And it's not worth moving like that, because sooner or later it is going to come back on you. And I think that's what we're seeing now. So I'm curious to see what y'all think about this, how you feel, if you remember, like I remember when they did Mashonda dirty, etc. So leave your comments below. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Response and React. Alicia Keys' alleged divorce sparks karma talk. Black women aren't sympathizing. 14 years of marriage, and the Mashonda situation still isn't forgotten. If you enjoyed today's breakdown, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe so more women can join these conversations. And sis, if you want to go beyond just watching and actually elevate your dating mindset, then join my exclusive coffee community. Inside, I give you thoughtful journal prompts, reflective questions, and interactive activities designed to help you date from a place of power. It's not just content, it's coaching that helps you apply these lessons in real life so you can attract this relationship you actually deserve. Of course, if you're ready for the personalized guidance, my personalized guidance, the one-on-one coaching links are below as well. Oh, and don't forget to check out my podcast, The Successful Invisible, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Until next time, this is your relationship coach, Jay Nell. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.